Hello, loves. Alright, so let's take care of all the little bells and whistles on this little guy. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, I just go into various voices. It usually doesn't carry over to videos, but sometimes it does. Sometimes I just get caught up. And then the next thing you know, you're talking all crazy. If you couldn't tell, I've been watching The Last Kingdom on Netflix. It's great. I really like it. It's good. That was my Uhtred voice. This is the exact cadence. Alright, so let's use the move tool. I want symmetry, because I want to see if I can, you know what? It's probably better to just create this lip. So let's use clay. Let's make sure symmetry is right, which it is not. Ooh, but will I be able to get symmetry right? Symmetry again. All right, let's take a look at the symmetry options. Let's do local. Ooh, local is still weird. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's using, what's happening is it's using the whole shape, and that makes sense. Since this is now one whole shape, then that kind of makes sense. Let's see, I guess I can't even use symmetry up here. That's okay. I don't think we can change the local center. Reset mesh center? What does that do? I don't even know. Can I gizmo edit this? Ooh. Gizmo edit. So at least now I can bring this to the center and sort of get some sort of symmetry. That looks like the center of the face. Let me do front. That's a good enough center. So I'll turn gizmo edit off. And now, since I did that, let's see if the symmetry will work. There we go. Baby. All right. So let's build this lip. And we'll just use this, we'll kind of use this, what we already made. And we'll just have to redo the nose and all that stuff. Once we get around to it, we'll do those details. We'll smooth it out. It's going to be a little harder to smooth. The new clay should be fine, but the mesh is now fairly dense. We've committed to a dense mesh now, which is fine, which is needed. Much needed. Let's see if we can flatten this out. Flatten usually helps, because it not only flattens, but it also like softens up the mesh a bit. Ooh, what happened here? I don't know what that's about. Flatten. Oh, maybe the flatten wasn't on symmetry? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it must be, for some reason it's flattening out more on one side, it looks like. So this is where things get tricky, because symmetry is very useful, but since I have an asymmetrical character, it doesn't really work too well. But that's okay. We'll be all right. Okay, so now let's, maybe we can drag this or move this. me turn on symmetry and just sort of move this up. I just want to kind of make a lip type thing on the bottom too. So this might be easier than using clay. Let's see what it looks like when we smooth it out. Let's flatten around this. Let's see how the flatten works for this. Okay, let's flatten out this bottom part. There we go. Smooth it out. Okay, that looks pretty good. I feel like that looks like it matches. Something like that. And now we could take the clay, subtract, and get in his nose a little deeper. Gotta really get in there. I really like to go extra far into the nose because once you smooth it out, it's gonna negate a lot of it. So I like to really get in there. Smooth it out gently, just to sort of get that nice shape and make sure everything is nice and buttery. And now maybe I think I might want to move, kind of create a little cavern. Yes, yes, yes. I kind of like that. You know what else would be kind of nice if I add a flat plane. So let's see how this looks. I gotta be very careful here. I think I'm gonna do one at a time because since the symmetry isn't exactly perfect, it might start to look weird. So I'm gonna use flat, but pretty small. It's not bad, but I might want to, let's see if I can even make even more of a plane. Yeah, I like that little, like even though it would be nice to just have it go straight in, I like having that extra plane there. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll try to show you a way. So let me subtract a little bit in here so I can sort of make a second. This is very detail oriented and you don't have to go this crazy. I can't help it. But I like having these different planes in there. So now I'm gonna use pinch and try to really get a nice okay, that's not bad. Let me do the same thing here. Yeah, see, I like this. I like when I can clean up around there. This is a little bit, I want to make this smoother. Oh God, now, oh, see, look, I don't like that. That's what I don't like. So I'm just gonna flatten that out. Yeah, I just can't get rid of that, can I? Oh well. I don't think that's too much of an issue. But I do want to do the same thing here. I want to flatten out where his nostril comes around. I just want to show a little bit of that inside, nostril. I need to push it back a little bit more, right on the corner. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna smooth this out in here. This side's a lot smoother. And I might just have to use a crease as well to sort of bring out some of this. All right, let me just move on. Sometimes I get so crazy about like these little details. I can't help it. And now I feel like I want to It's actually the wrong way. Let's see what it looks like if I just tilt it the opposite way. That's why I love the move tool. I don't know which way I like better, but I guess I'll just keep it this way for now. I did like the other way too, but I'm not really sold either way. But I do need to make some, I do want to make some planes on this nose. So let's see how the symmetry works. Okay, let me smooth this out some. Yeah, I like that. I like adding even that little bit of like difference in like the skin rather than having it just round. I mean, I could have it just round, but I don't know. I like adding those extra touches. And I feel like this lip is getting a little too big, so let me do it on one side. I just didn't like that lip on the side. I felt like it was a little too thick. I like that better. I'll do the same thing on this side. Just sort of flatten it out a little more. Okay, I like that. The only thing that's sort of bugging me is I feel like this is a little far back. I want to move that up, this whole like bottom chin part, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, there we go. Pull it down, make sure it's nice and smooth. Always make sure everything's nice and smooth, as smooth as you can get it. That's my motto. I wonder if I can pinch this together and kind of define this lip out a little bit more. Nice. Good. Another thing I've been noticing is that this cheek, mine is a little lower than that, so I'm just going to try to pull that up. We'll see if symmetry holds out. I might just use drag so it doesn't affect so much of the space around it. But let's see. Yes, there we go. Something like that. And I might have to bring this out, puff this out a little bit more around it. Oh, let me see what the symmetry is doing. Oh, symmetry looks like it's working okay. Always got to double check the symmetry now once it's not symmetrical completely. Ooh. Do we like that? Is that too much? I think it looks okay. But I might just want to flatten it out a bit. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. And I can always move it in if I think it's a little much. Okay, let me just smooth out a little bit around here. Make sure this side has the same amount of love, since I was mostly working on the other side and I know that the symmetry isn't perfect. So I just have to make sure it's smooth and can hold its own. Okay. So what do I want to do next? Let's make the eyelids. Let me do a quick pause. All right, let's get into these eyes. So I'm going to use clay. Make sure it's not on subtract, and we can try symmetry, but I don't know if I trust it. But let's see. So I'm on the base mesh now. So this is just pulling up the clay from the skin, from the base behind the eye. It's actually not too bad. What do we think? I don't think it's too bad. I would like to see, I think, a little bit more space around the eye, like more of a bottom part of the What am I thinking? Let me see if I can just move this out a little bit. see if I can smooth out that bottom. Or maybe I'll just use flatten. And I have to match them because I can tell that it's just not. Oh, I want smooth. There we go. So if I can smooth these out and then use the pinch tool, and I can really get that edge along the bottom of the eye. That's the part that I'm having issues with. I've been stressing the planes. I gotta flatten this out a little bit more. I just want this to look nice and smooth. Smooth as possible. Okay, now the cat's gonna come bother me. Oh good, no, she didn't. Good. Oh, this looks pretty good. I'm just gonna move this out a little bit. I know this doesn't really matter, but I just feel like it's not perfectly level. I just feel like there's a little bit of I want it to be perfectly round. Okay, that's better. And now I'm going to try to pinch these together. Pinch this edge. Okay, now hopefully I can just smooth this out. I want this to be perfect. It's going to move a little bit when I add the crease. See this little bit of, I mean, I guess it's okay. Let's see if I can flatten it a little bit. Really lightly. Flatten and smooth. Okay, I think that's probably the best I'm gonna get, but I'm a stickler for like those kind of details. Because I can't remesh this whole thing or it'll mess up too much. Okay, so I think we like the top eyelid. I think that looks okay. So he does have a bottom eyelid too. So let's use clay again. And let's make the bottom eyelid. Oop, make sure the clay brush is small. And I'm not going to get too crazy with the bottom one. Oh, I guess I probably could have used symmetry. Let's see if symmetry works. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Because we either do that or we do like a big or a thicker one. Let's try the thicker one. Ooh, I think I like the thicker one. Holla. So let's give him another thick one here. And I'm okay with it not being symmetrical. I make a lot of my characters, a lot of them are symmetrical, so it's okay that this one isn't. Ugh, this one isn't the best. I'm not sure why. Could just be the lighting. Oh, you know what I might have done? Maybe sometimes it doesn't look right if I bring the bottom lid too far on this side of the eye, but that looks weird too. Maybe I'll just leave it for now. Maybe we'll do a light one. I feel like it was taken away from the roundness of the eye, so I'm going to stick with that light, a very light bottom eyelid. And what I mean by light is just like not as there we go, that looks okay. Let me just, oh, did I undo? Oh, that's one of my pet peeves. When I accidentally undo something I just did. Oh, how did I get on the eye? There's a couple of things that happen often, and they annoy the heck out of me. Accidentally undoing something I just did is definitely annoying. Okay. Let's smooth out this top too. Let's flatten it out. Nice. And now we'll add some eyelids. And for that, we're just going to use tube. I got to start moving quicker, man. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I'm just the slowest in all the land. So tube tool. Tube tool is like one of my favorite tools now. Now that I can wield it. The power of the tube tool. Oops. I really discovered its power when I was making a snail shell. It was really, really not hard at all once I kind of just thought about it. But that's the hard thing about 3D, you know, you have to think in 3D. And it's not always, let me add another point here. It's not always the easiest thing to do. Because you just don't always like think to engineer things a certain way. So this can be really small, this side. Make this a little bit bigger. To follow the curve of the eye, but actually maybe I can make this whole thing a little bit smaller. I usually make them really, really big, but maybe I don't need it. That looks pretty good. Add another one here. All right, so let's see if I can mirror this. But that's okay. So we'll just make another tube and we'll do the same thing. Make it nice and round. And we'll edit this side smaller, this side a little bigger. Make sure the sizes are not too far off. Make sure I follow the curve of the eye. Okay, they look about equal, I think. Yeah, that looks good. So now I'm just going to bring them together, simple merge, and paint them black with roughness all the way up. That might be one of my favorite parts. Smooth out the end. I got to be careful because this is going to be the clay is going to be very soft. And rather than subdivide it, I'm just going to see if I can round it out. Oh, did I round out the other side? I forgot it's on symmetry. That looks good, actually. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, nice. So next, let's do this. Let's do these lines. So we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back and let's jump to the crease tool and figure out if I want to do these lines first. Yeah, I have to figure out which one I want to do. And I can erase this paint so we can show this yellow below it. So let's do that in the next video, or the next part. Cut. All right, so let's keep going on this guy. I just started uploading the first part of this to YouTube. Okay, so let me save. Because now we're getting up into the millions. Although we shouldn't have too much more. 3.9, it's not too bad. We shouldn't have too much more. I don't think we have much more to add at all. There should be all the base parts. Okay. Sorry, I sometimes I just start talking and it just turns into nonsense. Oh. See, that's weird. Why won't it? Oh, it's locked. That's why. Okay. Oh, I don't think this is gonna smooth at all. Dang. All right, so we have all of this center yellow that we want to work on. And what I did was, do I want to clear? I could erase the green. That's one thing I could do. But I think I should do the shapes first. I think that would be the smart thing to do. So let me use crease. And let's just see if I can. I feel like that's going to work just fine. And you know what? I might use flatten and fill. I don't think I can use symmetry, but flatten fill has treated me well lately. Let's see if I can continue. So this will kind of keep it flat, but it'll also fill, because some of these sections, see, it's like it's not perfectly. I kind of want to make these like lumpy. Not lumpy. Lumpy's not the right word. As if it's like the bottom of like Tauruses, rings, like I did on that other croc that I worked on. But I don't think I needed that crazy, just like a little bit. Do one more here. So I can sort of stress that curve where the body is going to curve down. Okay, so that should be pretty good. Hopefully I can just smooth all these out because now it looks terrible. It's always a little bit harder to do the smoothing, obviously, once you've subdivided the main mesh, but usually when you use things like clay and flatten and all that, it usually, well, let me turn the intensity all the way up. There we are. Okay, and I want the crease to do most of the work, but I just want to have a little bit of that profile of them being there. But I'm going to be counting on this crease to do a lot of this work for me. But it was just very lumpy up here, so. Okay. Okay, good. Good. So now let's use the crease, and I can probably keep it quite big. So let's just make some more creases going across. Oh, let me see if I can use symmetry. I don't think symmetry is going to work, but no, symmetry is way off. I think I need to do these first before I do this like line going down, which I'll probably do quite small. Or should I do the line and then do the crease? Oh, maybe I should do the line first. Okay, so I'll do the line first. I'm going to try crease first and just see where that gets us. You know what? I think I'm going to do it separately. I don't think I'm going to use symmetry. Okay. I don't want this to be too big. So I'm going to start generally in the middle. I'm just going to follow the crease that we made before. Okay. Put the intensity all the way up. Goes down a little bit. And goes down further, and it goes up into his smile, and I'll come back around because I want that to be really deep here. I'll see if I can do this line again as well, since I didn't have the intensity all the way up. I like it, but the end is a bit weird. Dang. I just kind of want it to be straight. I don't want it to be too high. I don't know why it keeps going so high. Oh, that looks like it might be a bit too low. There we go. Perfect. Mouth is a bit funny, but maybe I might be able to. I might be able to just change that later. Now I have to go around the other side. This mouth looks good here. Oops. If I can keep this straight. I do notice that when I'm closer, the crease is thicker. Here, and make this a little deeper up there. Nice. Okay, I'm happy. I'll have to go back over it with a darker. I might go. I'll go over it again with a really dark, because it's really dark here. I really like the black there, so I might just make it a really dark color. We'll see. But now I'm going to follow along the rest of this. You know what? I feel like this edge is a little too. Okay, I think that's good. It doesn't need to be as deep as the other lines. The only problem is here, now that everything is matched, the crease will actually jump to the arm. Oops. If I continue to do this, the crease will just jump to the arm, which is very unfortunate. So I have to mask this arm. And I have to mask the leg too. And then I just have to hope. Oh no, but it doesn't go through. Why? Okay, this might be as perfect as I'm going to get it. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Also because the color will do a lot of this work. Okay, might as well. Should mask this leg. And mask this arm. And I just want to kind of get a little bit more of this out, start again. Okay. It makes it so messy when you stop, unfortunately. And this is so not smooth. Why is it so not smooth here? It must be from when I subdivided it. You can see those like marks. I don't mind smoothing out a little bit over the crease because I just don't mind that too much. Again, the color is going to show the separation a little bit better, and then I can always go over the crease again. Okay, so now where did the crease stop? The crease stopped there. Let's see if I can just smooth out that one section a little bit better. So now I just want to bring this crease all the way up. Oh, the stopping is what kills me. Okay. I'll flatten that out a little bit. Nice. Nice. I'm happy with that. So now I can make these yeah, it was much better to do that line first. And then bring my creases to it. But it's better to not stop. Okay, what's the best way to, I might just use clay here. I'm making this one a little puff out more than the rest, obviously, because it's going to be squeezed. And I just want to move it, I think, up a little bit. Okay, so let me try to put another crease in between here. Oop. I don't think I like the extra crease. I would like this to fold over more. So that's what I'm trying to, that's the look I'm trying to get. Why is it doing it so weirdly? You know what? I think I need more clay. Let's see how this looks. You know, I might actually, no, I can't use a Taurus, because then I would have to add it to the mesh, and I can't do that. So that clay didn't help. Okay, let me try flatten and fill. Maybe clay was the wrong move. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, I mean, that looks better. Now it's all down to the smooth. If I can smooth it and it looks decent, then I'm happy. Oh yeah, I think that looks a lot better. And it's decently smooth too. Do I wish this could all be a little bit smoother? Yes, but there's only so much you can do. If I was doing it again, I might make these before I brought everything together. But you know, you live and you learn. So let's crease this now underneath. Make my crease really small. Start from the middle. Okay, now let's see if I can just make some other creases here. I'll leave it as one. I don't need to do them too deep right now. I think the belly button will be in between this next one. So much problem solving goes into this stuff. Okay, so I think I can, maybe I should erase the green now. Paint, erase, make sure I'm on green. So I might be able to just erase the green. And just follow along my crease line. My hands are steady enough, but never. Could always be steadier. Also, where I've manipulated a lot, the clay gets a little weak. So I just want to stay underneath that crease line. They're not going to make this easy. Let me save. The last thing you want is a random crash. Please save. Please save. I didn't hit save. It's so nervous. Because sometimes it will crash when you're trying to save it. Okay, I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. Ugh. Why is it like that? Oh well, I'll have to come back and smooth that out. Looked like smooth worked. So I'm literally just erasing the green away from. And I will have to go back and edit it, add some green back where I've gone over the edge. Yeah, I think that's my one lesson learned is I should have done more of this, made these and kind of smoothed them out the way I liked it before I subdivided. It would have just been easier to kind of smooth everything out. All right, let me get rid of this mask. Oh, and I actually have to finish. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of the mask. Oh. So video number 1 is 13 gigabytes. Just finished, or is just finishing uploading to YouTube. The amount of gigs, I'm surprised I haven't gotten an email from Verizon telling me to like upgrade my account or something, because I mean the gigs that I'm uploading lately, since I shoot most of these in 4K, the gigs are serious. Like I worked on a project that I just finished yesterday, this character project, and the client paid extra to have me record and like document everything and record everything. And I mean, I think it was like easily like 200, 300 gigs total. Probably even more than that. The files are big, but just like the recording was hefty. And I think I even recorded that in 1080p, and it was still that big. Because I knew like I think I might have started the first couple in 4K, but once it kind of went on and went on longer and longer, there's no way that I could. It was just too much for my computer to handle and stuff. Because I kind of have to do everything at once, kind of like how I'm uploading to YouTube and working. I need my computer to be working while I'm recording with my iPhone and creating on the iPad. But I only have like, working with like iMovie, it like copies everything over. So I would have to like record everything, upload everything, delete the raw videos, and then delete the exported videos once they're uploaded to YouTube. And unfortunately, I wouldn't have the space to hold all of that, so I have to like delete the iMovie file as well. So yes, looking good. Looking good. All right, I want to finish these. I want to finish this crease down here. So let me save, excuse me. Pause this. All right, let's finish up these creases on the bottom. Crease. And it should be fairly easy. Oh, but do I want to, you know what? I think I want to flatten out. I feel like their tails kind of, oh, I'm still on fill, aren't I? Well, let's see how this looks if I smooth it out. It's not bad. So here, I just want to build out this tail a little bit. So I'll use flatten and not fill to sort of just make this nice and pretty. Just sort of pretty up these ends. There we go, look at that. I know I get way too excited by the flatten tool. But I like to make this definition. That's what excites me, like this definition that you can make. That's what I like. So I'll smooth it out a bit just to get the lumps out, and then I'll do some pinch. Some pinching should really solidify it. Oh, I don't like that. Whatever that is. Hopefully I can smooth it out. Nope, maybe I'll flatten it. Whatever's going on there. Okay, that's better. I don't like these bumps here. Oh, no. What just happened? I don't understand why it erases like that sometimes. Undos. I spent a lot of time on my lines. I don't need them undoed. I feel like this can be a little more perfect. I'll have to flatten this out too. This is way too lumpy. But for now, it's okay. Get back to crease. So let me make the crease really small. Okay. See if I can flatten this. I think that's fine. I'll just smooth it out in there a little bit. Okay. Good, good, good. So if I can just smooth out these little marks where I stopped and started. Bugs me. It's not too bad, but it does bug me. I want everything to be even. Okay, so let's finish out with these little marks here. Nice, let's erase that. Oh no, I heard my neighbor's door. It's not good. This might be the end of my tranquility. It's really not good when you have that much, like, it affects you so much. Just like people coming home, like hearing a door and knowing that you will now be disturbed from the foreseeable future. It's really pretty sad. But I guess, you know, like for me, I always, like no matter what I'm doing in my apartment, I'm thinking about how it affects other people. And that's kind of just like the person I am, like just in anywhere, like just in public, you know, what I'm doing, the noises I'm making, you know, how loud I'm talking, how loud I'm playing music. you know, if I'm doing something and like I don't have anyone that lives beneath me, but like if I was like constantly tapping or doing jumping jacks or something, like I don't know, like I always try to do something with other people in mind as to not affect them. So it's always weird to me when people just don't have that logic. They just don't have it built in, and they can just constantly be an annoyance. Like I would hate that. I would really like hate that. Green. So I have to paint this yellow, I think. Wait, why can't I erase this green? What happens if I... Oh, maybe it's just not yellow underneath. So what happens if I paint all of this? No, that doesn't work. Huh. Well, anyway, I have to paint this yellow, so it doesn't really make a difference. I was going to try to figure out a way to have it so I can erase, but that's okay. But I have to figure out what color green I want. I guess that green matches. Or you know what? I can paint over it. You know what? I can add a new yellow. So if I ever do want to just change the color of the green, I still can. By just going to the green and then adjusting. So new yellow, and I'll paint this yellow as well. I should let the cat in. I always feel bad when I kick the cat out of my room, because sometimes she'll just bother me. And I gave her snacks outside, and she didn't eat them. So then she bothers me again. So then I know it's just attention or just rascaliness. So I have to kick her out so I can concentrate. Ooh, I have to repaint the top of those hands. Look at that. Yeah, I had fun last night on my live stream doing some regular 2D sketching of animals from reference. Those have been some really, really fun videos to make lately on my live stream. I was gonna do a 3D character, but I have to continue to draw. Even though sometimes I feel like I just want to do the 3D stuff, I do want to like continue to draw stuff and create more things that I can make in 3D. Like I like having the sketch to this colored one to the 3D one. Let me save this. Okay, so I have to do the feet too. And you know what? The feet, I really hate this leg. This leg is an issue for me, but I think I can... Firstly, let me color inside there. So let me do green. I think I can save this leg by inflate. and adding that little like thing of skin. What's the best way to do it? Maybe try clay. I was gonna do these folds, like these little folds of skin that really give it a nice touch, a nice little detail. I was gonna do it later on, but the only thing I don't like is when they don't that's the only thing that I don't like about it. It's when they don't get like flush up to the mesh. So maybe I'll just mask. I wonder if I can mask this. I want it to be flush up to the skin. Crease. I'll just smooth this out for now. So I want to come back in and do a lot of this, make some edits with like the crease and stuff. This I don't like. Luckily no one will be looking underneath here. I can try to do the same thing. Should I do clay? Let's try clay. Ooh. Actually not bad. Fill in some of that leg. Now let's see what it looks like without the mask. Oh yeah. Flatten this out maybe. Oop, gotta be careful with that flatten. Maybe really lightly smooth it out. Ooh, this is the only issue. I wonder if I can smooth this out. I get stuck with these like little tiny details. That you just can't fix without remeshing. It's really unfortunate. And there's really not much I can do. Too crazy with that because I'll just get frustrated. Oh, that's what I was supposed to be doing. I wanted to sort of flatten out, make the feet a little more interesting. So I think I want to try flattening out give them a little bit more shape than just flat. I'm gonna see how this looks. Yeah, I think I like this better. This is just too much. It just looks like a shape too much. I think that's my issue with that. I don't want it to look like a shape. Even though it is a shape, but you know. Oh, I hear the running. And granted, I know kids will be kids, but I definitely wasn't this crazy when I was that age. Nor would I talk back to my parents and be as bad as some kids. I'll keep it vague. I was a very good boy. Okay, let's go ahead and paint this. And I don't think I can erase it, so let me just check. No, I can't erase it. Let me just undo that. Choose this color. Go to new yellow and I'll just paint this and I'll speed it up. I do have a new Skillshare class that I've already recorded. It's making like a little blueberry, and it's really, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not simple, but it's another beginner course, but it's a little more than just a beginner course like my first beginner course. It's a little more in depth than that. But and I actually recorded that and filmed that like a week ago, but I haven't had a chance to edit it yet. But I'm in no rush because now I know how much strife it is to accidentally post. When before the 7 days it was like the end of the world. A bunch of emails and stuff from people at Skillshare. But yeah, I mean, honest mistake. So I have time. I can't believe I thought I was gonna like get this done in 2 hours. I mean, I guess I'm just a slow modeler, but I'm also, all about the slightest details. I have no appetite today. My stomach doesn't bother me as much, but I have no appetite. So I probably will maybe I'll just drink some water today. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let me clean up some of this. let's get some green going. And let's go on the green layer and let's just clean up some of this that needs cleaning. Or at least try to. It's not going to be that easy. So maybe we can smooth this out. And maybe give the impression that it's clean, but I think the only thing that'll help that is using another crease. It's actually not too bad. This is a little bit out of. I haven't traveled anywhere in so long. It's a bit weird. We used to travel somewhere every year, so it's kind of sad that we missed out on that. Although my fiance's in law school, so she probably wouldn't be able to do that much traveling anyway. And do Airbnb when we travel. It's just so nice to have like all the, like some really nice places. Like we went to Tulum this was actually the first year I think they were dating around, well, yeah, maybe it was around the first year. We hadn't said like, you know, I love you or anything. And for me, it's like I'm kind of slow when it comes to that. Like I don't play games. It's like I need to experience what it's like on a vacation and we're just stuck with each other and not everything might be going to plan, you know, and that's when it's real. So, but it wound up being a really fun trip. One of the Airbnbs was actually like, we were in Mexico and it was like a treehouse type thing. So, I mean, it had everything that like a house would have, except for like real walls. So like you go in the bottom and then the beds were like, you know, the section like up top, and it was kind of open. It was just like open. And the beds had like bug nets. And there was fans in the room. But, it wasn't too bad, to be honest. And then the next Airbnb we had was a really, really nice one. With like a pool and all that stuff. But that was really, really nice. Wait, am I on? What layer am I? I'm on green. Oh, I had yellow picked. I need to save. I'd be heartbroken if it crashed on me. Oh, it's messy down here. Okay, I'm happy with this. I don't think I need to go too much more crazy. But I do need to paint these. So we go back to green, make sure I'm on the green layer. Okay, so 32, let me take a quick break. It's weird that there's kind of like color differences some places. Now I want to see if this will work. If I do clay, maybe even inflate. If I do inflate with the green, I mean, I kind of like that. I'll have to erase. See, this is where it kind of gets a little crazy. To erase a little bit of that yellow, but I think I like that better. So go back to the green. I do all the basic stuff on the green, and let's go back to inflate. Let's see how clay would look. So let's do the next one with clay and just see how that looks. But I want to use the green. Okay, so there's the clay. I think I like the clay. I don't think I need to do the inflate. All right, let me try this now. If I make a new layer and then go details, I should just be able to use the green right over it. So then I don't have to worry about the yellow. Okay, I like that. And I think I might use a crease to kind of cover up this, you know, that shady. I think a crease will like help hide that. So let me make sure I'm on the green. Do I want to be on green? Yeah, I want to be on green first, and I want to just paint. I want to paint this first. Okay, so I might as well do the same thing to this. Did I paint this over it? I did. Okay, so let's figure out how I want to do this. I think I just want to erase the yellow. I think that's the way to do it. Bring this around. I'll have to paint on this with green afterwards. Oops. This gets a little crazy. Trying to like... Okay, so let me go back to my green and go to the green color. I'm not gonna lie, these colors are confusing me a little bit. I'm tempted to just merge them. If I merge them though, I don't know. I am tempted I'm a little tempted to merge them. The only thing that I was thinking about is what if I want to make this yellow a lighter color? But I don't know. Let's just see if I can add the green on top of this by using clay. No, it did the erase thing again. I don't even know, is there like a shortcut to erase? Because if there is, I need to turn it off. It seems like it happens just from like lightly tapping on the screen. And then it undoes and then reads your tap so that you can't redo. And it's rude. Oh no. This is going to be hard to see. hard to get in there. Okay. Let me save. Oh no, low battery. Okay. Low battery, time to... Alright, so let me paint these. Paint on the green layer, I think. Yeah. I mean, I could just do the clay over it, but I think it's good to have a nice clean base first. Go to the yellow. Just erase some of this. Okay, so now let's go to the details, clay. If I can get over to this side of the finger. Oh, just quite. Let me try to smooth this a little bit because I still want to make these clean. Worst. This freaking head gets in the way. Oh, here we go. Now they're heading outside. Yep, and here's the running. Door's gonna slam soon. let's try this crease. Let's see what a crease does. I'll do it in details. Ah, that freaking yellow though. That yellow is killing me. I don't know how to get rid of it. Can't paint it. No, I don't know how to get rid of it. At least that looks a little bit better, but I feel like I just need to smooth it. How does that look? That might actually just makes it look a little bit better. Let's try crease with a darker, let's try crease with the green. See what happens. Nah. And I don't think I can paint it. The paint is still weird looking. Oh, soft crease doesn't look too bad. Soft crease kind of helps give that division. It's not perfect, but I think it's the best that I'll be able to do here. Oh, so close to like really cleaning that up. Okay, I'm not gonna push it. I think it looks okay. It's not perfect, but might be the best that I'll do. Ooh, this thumb though is killing me. That's better. Okay, those hands are done. Wish I could make it look better, but I don't think I can. Okay, that hand will just have to do. So let's get down here, we'll do clay, make sure we're on the details. Oh, this head keeps getting in my way. It's got a big head. If they could all have been like that, I'd be so happy. I don't want to come too far in front of the yellow because that's when the yellow gets distorted. So I'm going to keep it behind the yellow. I've learned. It doesn't distort the colors. Okay. A little bit of smoothing, not much. Nice, save. It's all a little lumpy. See if I can maybe flatten it out a little bit. See if that even helps. Well, it does help a little bit. Okay, I can see a little bit of green. Where did I see it? A little bit there. Let me smooth this out a little bit too. Okay. So now I want to do these I want to do these little spots here, and I want to take the crease and put a crease in the toes. So maybe I'll do some darker colored creases first, but let me take a break. All right, so let's try a darker colored crease. So I'm going to take the green and I'm going to make it darker. And let's give this a try. We're going to do it on the details layer. Really small. come on, smooth. Crease, crease, crease. I always do that when I'm on smooth. Oh no, we have a little bit of that pulling. What if I do it on the green layer? Does it make a difference? No, it doesn't. What if I do it higher up? All right, so maybe I won't do it around the mouth. Let's see if it does it throughout the whole thing. Kind of does. Okay, what happens if I do it without any color? It's much cleaner, but it just won't look as deep. But it might be our best option. I gotta try to get this in one swoop. Okay, now let's see if I can do darker up here. Let's see what the damage is. Oh, okay. That doesn't really work too well. So I'll just leave it. I'll do it without color. And just see if I can make this deeper. Oh, how did that get so messy in the middle? I thought I was doing well. Okay, that's gonna have to be that. Well, definitely looks deeper. I wanted to try to get one for the eyelid. I might be able to use the darker. Let's see. Crease. I like it, but again, it's not really adding too much. So I'll skip it. see if I can add this plane here. Just add a little bit more character to these eye sockets. And these should actually, see if I can use fill. See if I can pinch this. I just want to give it a little bit more definition. Okay. Oh yeah, these teeth. I forgot all about the teeth. So let's darken. Oh, I gotta crease this front center part of the mouth. No color, so I don't want to ruin the mesh. Nice. So we'll make it nice and dark. And we'll color in some, oops, what? That was a race. I was erasing, losing it. I think I need to lower the roughness all the way in the back so no light bounces off of it. So let me go away. Oh, the roughness is all the way up. I'll just make it darker. So I don't want any light reflecting back there. In there. I hit record? I did, okay. It's been 10 minutes and I'm checking to see if I hit record. Okay, now he does have a nice little flap above his nose. So we'll add that and then we'll smooth it down. Okay. I feel like I just want to add a little bit on the sides. Keep everything balanced. All right, that looks good. Okay, I want to do the same thing over here to the arms. I know, baby, I know, but I can't. You're gonna bother me. Smooth this out now. Get that nice flap of skin. And I don't mind if I smooth it all the way back down because I can just add more clay. Somehow I made it ugly. Let's try this and then just crease it. A little bit darker. A little bit bigger. Let me flatten this because this is starting to get a little bumpy. I hate those bumps. clay can be the regular color. Well, let's see how this looks. I'm trying to make like the flap in the back too, but I might have to. It might be something that I should have just made earlier on in the sculpting process. And that's, I'm still obviously learning a lot of these tricks. But there's certain things that I slowly start to realize that I want. And a lot of times it just make it easier if you do it earlier on. That's actually not bad. Let's see if I can add a crease back here. See if I can add a straighter crease. Okay, so let's do, we got to do the same thing over here. I need to color in that green. So I'm going to use clay on the detail layer. Can I increase this? Flat offset 2. What happens if I put 3? I don't really know what that means. Let's see what inflate does. Maybe inflate will make it round. Intensity all the way up. Can I increase this? No. That's the only problem with inflate, is it's not strong like clay. See, inflate kinda, that's unfortunate. Okay, now I just want to softly smooth this because that looks great. It looks perfect. I should have done that on the other side, but I'm not going to go back and do it. But it's good to know that I can do it better for next time. How do I get rid of that? I probably can't smooth it out. Oh yeah, I guess I can smooth it out a little bit. But I would like to smooth out these just a little bit. And then I'd like to do the same thing on the back using clay. And maybe a smaller one. Let's see what it looks like when I smooth it out. It's not bad. What are we doing? I think I'm obsessed. I don't know if I want to do it all the way around. Okay, nice, that looks good. Can lighten this up a little bit more. Do the same thing down here. Let me save. Oh, is that what that does? I actually like even just one. Flatten offset. What if I bring it down to 1? Will I be able to notice a difference? Okay, so yeah, I know what that flatten offset kind of makes sense. I'm gonna let the cat in, but I know the cat's gonna bother me. I know it. Because the cat loves bothering me. I'm trying to get my tutorial on. Oh, I already made one on this side. It looks terrible. It does not look as good as the other side. Oh, yeah, this looks horrific. Let's see if I can fix this somehow. Okay, so I just used dynamic topology. I'm afraid if I go back, it'll... So I turned on dynamic topology, and I just kind of built clay over the thing, over the, you know, those crease parts, and it actually like smoothed it out. I've never used dynamic topology before. I don't really understand it. I don't actually know what I did or why it worked, but it did seem to work. I'm still kind of confused, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to accept it and try to use it more Now, I don't know if I can turn it off. What happens? But, I mean, it did kind of save. Okay, so like here, if I just do regular smooth, it's gonna do that. If I do clay, I don't think it builds it over it. Oh, see, it's on. If it's off, it just stays. So let's turn it on. And see, it kind of just like covers it. I also turned on fill non-manifold, whatever that is. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I think it's just a dynamic topology. But it seems to like, I'll do that and then I can smooth it and it's beautiful again. So I don't know, I don't know what that is or why I never really, I still don't understand what's happening, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I was just ready to give up, and then like sometimes between like when I take breaks, like I test some things out. So I was like, let me just test out this dynamic topology. There's got to be something. And I'll definitely take this. So I think if I can just fill this out a little bit. Then I think it'll be perfect. It'll be exactly what I want it to look like. Just flatten this out some here. So that's really exciting. I mean, I've heard people like talk about it a lot, but it just, I feel like until I find a use case, you know, until you find like a use case where like you need to use it, it's kind of, it's a little bit difficult to sort of figure out why you need to do certain things. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm just gonna leave it. I can disable that, right? Everything's cool. Everything's hunky-dory. It'd be nice if I could fill that with colored clay down here. Oh, you know what? Let me turn this dynamic typology back on so I can do my filling. Okay, so I can just fill all this. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Now let's see what happens when we smooth all this out. Yes. Smooth it out hard. Okay. Oh, it's a little lumpy. doubt anyone's probably even watching this far. All right, so let me turn it off and see if this smooths out. I did notice the smooths kind of look funny, but I'll take that. I will definitely take that. I'll take that. I'm just gonna leave that alone, I think. It's good enough. Oh God, that took forever. Okay, I think I'm ready to like move on. The only other thing I needed to do was crease up these fingers. So let me turn this off. Just so they don't look like they're connected like with glue. I don't mind if they're connected, I just don't want them to look too connected, so I just make this little division crease. It usually does the trick. Okay. See if we can flatten this out a bit. You're not gonna let me smooth this out even a little bit? What if I turn that on? Does it do anything different? It smooths. Yo, Dino Topo. I guess there's no O. I don't know, I like calling it, I think I'm just gonna call it Dino Topo. Why? Because it's a beast. It's like magic. Should I try the crease too? Let me try the crease with like a darker color. I just want to see what happens. Ooh, no, still terrible. That was kind of big. Let's see if I make it smaller. Yeah, it still has that dark color. Okay, that's fine. Turn that off. So, let me save. So I want to make these spots. It's got spots here, spots on the knee, squiggles on the knee, squiggles for the belly button, and these spots. So let's do, I feel like they would be, I guess we just have to make them a lighter color maybe. Let's see. But I want them raised a little bit. Stamp. Let's see if I can use a stamp. Zero, black nose pin, white, positive displacement. I think that's what I want. Black negative, white positive. So we just want the positive displacement. I think I can turn that off. Turn up the intensity. Let's see what this does. No. Connected topology. You know what? Let's just do clay, or maybe even flatten with fill. but small. Fill with a little bit of color. I want it raised a little bit. Doesn't seem like it's raising. So let's do clay. I don't think we need the dynamic typology. Yeah, that works. So we'll just do it with clay. Okay, so let me just smooth out the top of these. Actually, I can probably flatten them. And you know, I might, let's see what they look like if I color them. I don't want, they were just a little bit too, that's actually perfect. That's really nice. So we'll do the same thing over here. I wonder if I can just use this color and use clay. No, it's got to be a little bit lighter, I think. There were two lined up or something. Okay, flatten them out. Okay. Clean them up a little bit. Okay, so now I can use this regular color paint and then just kind of do the same thing and make them a little less pronounced. I might have an issue with this. All right, so crease, can make the belly button. So I'll use yellow and I'll use a little bit darker. I think that's good. Let's see if I can do it a little bit smaller. Good. Now the knees, I'll do a little tiny bit darker. Same thing for the knees. And if it's the knees, it would be the elbows as well. Save. Take a quick break. All right, let's add some of these little spots here. So we'll add them here and here. I wish there was an easier way to do it. But I do like when they're raised a bit, so details layer, make them a little bit brighter. That's good. So then I choose this color again, paint, choose this color, and just darken them up a little bit. So that they're there, but they don't stand out so much. I don't know why I have to keep repeating that. Oh, God. Sometimes I get a little crazy from like working on something for so long. I really start to lose it. Okay. Now what about a nice crease here? A nice light crease. And I'll just smudge it out a little bit. I don't like that line it made behind it. Don't need that. Okay, and I can actually go over this a little bit just so it's not so strong of a line. Ooh, that made it look really weird. I thought it was a good idea, but it was not. I like that. Make sure they look decently matching. Pinch this a little bit. Why did that ruin it? Okay, yeah, I like that better. So now I think I can do the eyes. I don't think there's any more details I wanted to do on the body. Maybe like retouching some things. Like maybe just retouching these edges. The rest of the edges look okay. This is a little... This can be smoothed out. Okay, it's not too bad. It's inevitable these things would kind of stick together at some point, so I'm not too worried about that. I wonder if this will allow this to be smoothed out more. Ooh, this needs to be smoothed. And some of these where it's very noticeable, I'll just smooth it out a little bit. I don't know if I'm getting myself into trouble using this Dino Topo. Probably am. I'll probably go to like do post-process and all the Dino Topo areas will be like all messed up or something like that. And then I'll find it in the forum being like, oh yeah, you can't really use that because unless you use it in the beginning, you can't light it right or something. That's my guess. Oh, so you know what? I think it's just adding, oh, I think I get it now. It's adding faces, because this is, every time I do it, it goes up a pop. That makes sense, and I'm okay with that. But the real question is, can it make this go away? Ooh. And it can. But it's just raising the number. I'm okay with that. So I'll be careful with it, but I have some space to go. So that's actually fine. Okay. Oh, I can probably fix these fingers. Ooh, it's worth it here. Ooh, heavens. Do I need to do it up here? Ooh. No. So it's not working there. Well, that's okay. I won't be adding those. No dino topo to the fingers. Save. Oh, I discovered dino topo coming through in the clutch. I kind of want to add, my little touch that I always do. And I didn't do it in this one, but I kind of want to add it. I don't know, but let's see. Usually I add a nice little flare out here. Oh, I like the flare, I think. Yes. I like the flare. I wasn't going to add it. This was going to be the one where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to add the little flare, but I think it just adds a little touch, and I love it. But it's smaller than the other times that I used to do it. So that's something. Okay. It'd be kind of cool to add like some designs, but I don't think I really need to do that. I don't think I need to. I just need to add some eyes. So everything is flat except for the eyes, I think, can be shiny. So let's make the eyes shiny. So I skip ahead on this part because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the eyes and making eyes I didn't like. All I do is use the selective mask in the ellipse, and then I make the selective mask on my eye layer, invert it, and then fill it with black. And that's pretty much how I get the eye shapes. I actually made two different eyes, another eye below this one that glows. All right, I really like that. And now before I save, I should save it now. pretty dang close. Let's do some lighting. Let's add a light. So we got a world light here. Let's just see what looks interesting. Ooh, that's kind of spooky. That's really spooky. Let's add another light. Let's make this a spotlight. I don't have my environment turned on. I always keep that off. Okay, let's make this one make it a little cooler. So let's clone this one, move it over here. Now let's make this one warm. Although he might do well with all just warm colors. Now let's add something in the back. Let's try. First we can try a blue point light. It's kind of a nice base. We'll set that, we'll add that view. Let's look at the other base. Oh, the other base is crazy. So let's delete that. Main. And now let's make this bigger and put it right here. Let's find the hero shot. So this is more like a hero. Let me go ahead and save. This main hero. And actually I should move this now. Maybe this is a better spot for it. Make this be the main hero. So we have both. Now we have one. I kind of like it. See what it looks like with the post-process on. So the first thing I see is I have to take away the near blur, or at least lessen the near blur. Far blur is okay. I can even lessen that. An outline might look good with this one. Curvature might look good with this character. Just kind of like outlines it a little bit. There is one more thing that I wanted to do with this character though. It does look nice. I'll leave it off for now. So let's turn the environment on. I like to start low and then sort of just bring it in. And I like to go and see what these other ones look like. Oh, that's really nice. So many of these are so nice. That looks nice. I like the shine on that one. One of them made it look like a toy. Which one was that? Oh, I think that was this one. I feel like this makes it look the most like the art. So let's get rid of the reference image and just save this view. So let's see if, okay, so that's that light. Let's see if I was to make this warmer. Maybe even like pink. White. I think pink actually looks kind of good because the surrounding area is pink. Okay, so let's check out the other lights. That's like, that light is good because it kind of opens up the eyes, but it can be a little bit less intense. And the world light, see if we change the intensity of this. That looks kind of cool. So now the eyes are supposed to glow. Let's take a look without it, how we had it before. That's definitely more dynamic. So the eyes are supposed to glow, so let's see the bloom. Okay, I'm liking it. All right, let me try to do this quick. So the last thing that I wanted to do was use the tube tool and actually insert a black or dark line, just separating that mouth and giving the mouth some separation. So it's going to be a little tricky, but I think I have the patience to do it. So this is pretty much the same method that I used to do the sort of eyelashes. Basically, you just take your tube tool and just wrap it around, you know, any shape really. Tube I use a lot. I think it's very versatile and very, very useful. And basically, I'm just going to use it to wrap around the mouth just to give some separation, because I wasn't able to use the crease tool. I wanted to use the dark crease tool to just make a dark line around the mouth. But since the clay was sort of not letting me do that, another thing I did in some other, when I was practicing like mouths, when I did those Disney mouths, they had like the black, the like a black element like around the bottom jaw, or like sort of like the lip area, you know, like dogs and stuff. They have like that black like lip area. So that's essentially what I'm doing here. I'm just using a tube instead of using, you know, black paint or black crease tool, you know, with crease tool with like a dark color. I'm just using the tube tool instead. And tube tool, you know, clearly you can just bend it and you can put as many points as you want. You can bend it all around. So it just makes it a lot easier to make look nice and clean. And using the points and stuff, that just makes it nice and clean. As long as they're white, they'll curve. So you can just curve it to any shape. It's definitely one of my favorite tools and super, super useful. Clean. Looks clean to me. Validate. Now I'll just round these out a bit. Just a nice round. Ooh. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. Man, I've been waiting so long to do this little guy. I'm very happy with the outcome.